Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, William Samoei Ruto took the Kenya Kwanza campaign to Eastern region. Ruto was focusing on Garisa, Mandera, and Wajir County. That's where he's having the economic bloc meeting with the Somali communities. And it is emerging that Ruto decided to challenge the Somali community between a person who was advocating for more resources to go to areas where there is high population. The higher the population, the more the resources. And the person who was advocating for more resources to go to the areas where there is big land mass. That means the larger the land mass, the more the resources. He has challenged them. And it is coming out clear that William Samoei Ruto was against Mount Kenya region getting more resources, because most of the leaders from Mount Kenya region was advocating for 1 man, 1 shilling, 1 vote, wakiongozwa na Moses Kuria na wenzake. This was going to be implemented through the BBI, Building Bridges Initiative, where now more resources was going to focus on areas where there is high population. But Ruto is challenging the people of Garisa, Mandera, and Wajir that it was him who stopped this BBI issue through the court. So they should rethink before they get to the ballot who has their interests at heart. I know the Somali community will always vote with the government side, but Ruto is challenging them that this time around they should be voting for him. But again, this can backfire as far as his support is concerned from Mount Kenya region. Listen to him shortly.
Ukipigia mtu kura mwenye hana interest yako, in simple terms inaitwa ujinga. Mnanielewa? Nataka nikuulize wewe mtu ya Garisa. Kama mtu amesema anataka pesa ya serikali inayokuja Garisa County ipunguzwe, na wewe unaenda kupigia yeye kura ndio apunguze pesa yenye inakuja Garisa County, kichwa yako inafanya kazi mzuri? I mean, it is as simple as that. It's straightforward. Sijui kama tunaelewana.
Now, the question we are asking ourselves on this punchline today, between William Samoei Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga, who had the interest of the Mount Kenya people at the heart? Between William Ruto and Raila Odinga. That's the question we are trying to ask here. But before we answer this question, just a quick request. You might be watching this channel, but you're not yet subscribed. So my humble request, please consider subscribing so that another time, once we release a video like this one, you will always get notified. Again, to all our channel subscribers and anyone on the comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting you to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend our videos to more viewers. Back to our discussion. Now, after listening to William Samoei Ruto's speech in Garissa, it is clear Ruto needed the Mount Kenya region support, but he has no plan. He has no plan to take care of the interest of the people of Mount Kenya region. If he had plan, then he could have embraced BBI. But he has openly challenged these people. How he helped them to keep on having more resources, despite the fact that their population is not that much big compared to the resources they are pumping in that area. And this is a challenge Moses Kuria was giving to Aden Duale, that the amount of votes Aden Duale gets is the equal amount of vote an MCA gets somewhere uko Mount Kenya region. And the amount of votes 2 MPs can amass in Mount Kenya region is the same amount of vote a governor will get in Garisa. So because of that, there was a feeling that more resources is going to area where the population is low, and they are neglecting people who are coming from an overpopulated area. Such that to an extent, when it comes to bursary, you find that people who are coming from Mount Kenya and those other areas will have challenge taking children to school. Not everyone will get. But if you go to Mandera, you'll find that that bursary money can help someone to go even up to university level. So where is the equality? And you know, when it comes to collecting taxes, if you go to areas where there is high population, of course taxes are going to go high because that's where the business is. And the demand, demand for items and the business will thrive there nicely. The more the people, the more the business you have, and the more the tax you get. Kama uamini uangalie China. So that tells you more of these resources is coming from high densely populated areas. So these people are not being served justice. But Raila Odinga had a plan to make sure that there is service, there is justice to these people. So that when it comes to in terms of development, they are there. Education-wise, they are there. And any other privileges that will come from the government through the county government. So, anyone who is voting for William Samoei Ruto in Mount Kenya region, he should be informed that Ruto has no plan to implement the issue of 1 man, 1 vote, 1 shilling. He has zero plan. And he has said it openly in Eastern region. But if you look at Raila Odinga, he brought BBI. BBI was supposed to give more resources to densely populated areas. There was a plan for that. And even Moses Kuria testified to that BBI is not good, but there are some other good things in BBI that we should have embraced. Like the resources that were supposed to be distributed according to population. So even we have people who are supporting William Samoei Ruto, but they still believe that BBI was good. So who killed BBI? There was a bill that was sponsored through the Senate. And this bill was proposing that more resources were supposed to be given to areas which is densely populated. But some senators refused. They were voting against that bill. And who was behind that bill? William Samoei Ruto. And he has testified to this. So it means Ruto was fighting for those communities that are coming from Garisa, parts of Rift Valley, huko kwengine kuendelea hivyo. Because you'll find their land mass is huge, but population is always low. So he has his own interest, focusing on his community also. That's why I tell you here every time, our politics is still local. These leaders always focus first in their areas where they come from. And what that one means? My area first means local politics at play. So as we go forward in this campaign, because now it is time for Kenyans to decide. It is now #Kenya Decide. Every remark that will come from these politicians is going either to make or break them. And every speech these people are going to air out there, it is going to change the pattern of voting in this country. So Ruto, unknowingly or knowingly, he has already made a blunder. This was not supposed to come out from his mouth. Because then, if there were undecided voters in Mount Kenya, those people who believe in 1 man, 1 shilling, 1 vote, those people who believe that they have been served injustice and it is time to be served with justice when it comes to resources distribution, they are going to realign themselves with where Martha Karua is going to vote and where President Uhuru Kenyatta is going to cast his vote. Because despite William Samoei Ruto giving them the Harambee money, despite William Samoei Ruto staying with them every time and giving all those donations, he is not embracing the issue of distribution, equality in distribution of resources. Raila Odinga has a plan for that. So in my view, you see, Ruto went to Garisa, Mandera, and Wajir to defend himself on what he has done. That's why I told you in this election, we have we have one side that has strategically placed themselves on a scoring position, so they can strike and score. And we have the other side that have pushed in a corner and they have forced to take a defense position. That's why Ruto is busy in Mandera defending himself on what he was able to do. Now, the issue is here. The worst thing is that there is a reputation in Mandera, Garisa, and Wajir County. We know how the Somali community will always vote in this country. Remember, they are business people. They have interest in business. And every time when we get to an election, these people will always vote with the government. They will always read and understand this is the direction where the next government will be formed, and they will vote in that direction. Go and check on the history. This time around, they know there is high chances of Azimio forming the government. And therefore, possibilities of this community voting for William Ruto is not there. If we will be getting then just some few people like Dwale and a few who will vote for William Ruto. The rest are going to realign with the side that seemingly might be forming the government. That is the worst thing for William Samoei Ruto. I don't know what to think about this, but that's my view. Otherwise, thank you so much for listening to me up to this far. May good God bless you and see you in our next video.